Emily Thompson was a young woman with dreams of independence. After years of living in cramped apartments and dealing with noisy roommates, she finally found a charming old house on the outskirts of town. Willow House, with its ivy-covered walls and quaint architecture, seemed like the perfect place to start a new chapter of her life. As she stepped inside, Emily was captivated by the house's vintage charm. The wooden floors creaked under her feet, and the air smelled of old books and fresh paint. She moved in with excitement, ready to turn this house into her home. The first few days were blissful. Emily spent her time decorating and exploring the many rooms. However, as night fell, she started to notice strange things. It began with whispers in the hallways and shadows that seemed to move on their own. Emily brushed it off as her imagination, attributing the eerie noises to the house settling. One evening, while unpacking in the attic, she found an old diary hidden under a loose floorboard that belonged to a woman named Clara who lived in the house over a century ago. The diary entries were filled with tales of sorrow and despair, ending abruptly with a chilling warning to beware the ghost that resides within these walls. Determined to uncover the truth, Emily delved deeper into Clara's story. She learned that Clara had been tormented by a ghost of malevolent spirit that drove her to madness. As Emily read the final entry, a cold gust of wind blew through the attic, extinguishing her candle. From that night on, the hauntings intensified. Emily's belongings would move on their own, and she often woke up to find ghostly figures standing at the foot of her bed. The ghost of a young woman with hollow eyes and a sorrowful expression seemed to be reliving her own death over and over again. Emily realized she couldn't ignore the haunting any longer. She sought the help of a local historian, Mr. Harris, who had studied the house's dark past. He revealed that Clara had died under mysterious circumstances, and her spirit was bound to the house. The only way to escape the ghost's wrath was to leave the house before midnight on the anniversary of Clara's death, which was just a few days away. The night of the anniversary arrived, and Emily was prepared to leave. She packed her bags and made her way to the door, but the ghost was not going to let her go easily. As the clock struck 11, the house came alive with malevolent energy. Doors slammed shut, windows rattled in, but chilling laughter echoed through the halls. Emily raced through the house, the ghost hot on her heels. Just as the clock struck midnight, she reached the front door. A final burst of strength, she flung it open and escaped into the night. Breathless and terrified, Emily didn't stop running until she reached the safety of a neighbor's house. The next morning, she returned to Willow House with Mr. Harris and a priest. They performed a ritual to cleanse the house and lay Clara's spirit to rest. Emily decided to move out of Willow House, but she left with a newfound respect for the supernatural. She had survived a terrifying ordeal, and she was determined to start fresh, free from the haunting memories of her old home. And so Emily moved on, forever changed by her encounter with the ghost of Willow House, but stronger and wiser for having faced her fears and survived.